it's time to leave the office. Let's go home. I made it. I made it through. I made it through the wind and the driving rain. That experience on the pier was so exhilarating. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's done me good. It's just put things into perspective a little bit more for me. I feel more able to carry on. But actually, this whole thing is something that I wanted to discuss with you. Let me go and get my special magazine. Let's have a little chat. Let us have a little chat. I'm covering myself up with my dressing gown because I think it's time for another of our little chats. Do you ever wake up in the morning and get out of bed and feel you've got so many aches and pains, generally speaking? Because I do. On a lot of mornings I wake up and I'm creaking out of my bed. And I think to myself, I've got another X amount of years of work. I'm a new grandmother. I only have one grandchild but 2 daughters. I'm hoping for more grandchildren. We've still got financial commitments. We still have also a lot of things that we want to do with our life, travel and go on holidays and just have fun. There's still so much life to live. And if I don't look after myself with the greatest of care and prioritize my health and my weight as my top priority, with no health, you have no wealth. You have no freedom. You don't have options. And the future can sometimes be an uncertain place in that respect. I'm loving wearing Alva for work. I just put her up in a band. And even if I'm right up next to somebody, even though she's got full permatease galore, nobody has ever looked at her and thought, is that a wig? And I would know, because when I come to look into their face again, when I'm speaking to them, I would see the perplexed look, but there isn't one. There's never one. So, as promised, somebody did sort of suggest that I share my my weekly menu with them, and I certainly will. Actually, today I bought Slimming World magazine because I don't really want to do Slimming World and then have to go out to a physical group. Firstly, it's going to take out an entire evening of my time, and I'm going to have to get into the car and go somewhere. And probably they will be during the week, and I'm going to be quite tired and busy during the week. If I could find one on a Saturday morning, I might. But also, do I really want to have that outlay just before Christmas? I don't know. So, I know that in this Slimming World edition, November to December, they have got an entire week's menu, which is fantastic. And not only have they got an entire week's menu, but they've also got some really good recipes in there. I think that basically Slimming World will take a good recipe and just make it lower calorie, basically. So this is what the actual weekly menu looks like. There are some things on there which I don't like. So I'm just going to swap them out and probably have the same meal 2 days in a row. That's no hardship. I mean, all I need is just to sort myself out so that I know what to expect. I know what shopping to get in. And if I can pre-prepare, I'll pre-prepare. So this is just to let you know that I'm still on the case. I'm still very much thinking about it. And it's very much in line with really considering my We haven't lit the fire yet, but I'll do that in a minute. So it's considering the quality of life over these next 20 years. If I don't have that quality of life, then the prospect of these next 20 years is worrying. Of course, illness can befall anybody at any time, and I don't have any control over that. So I'm not going to worry about something that I have no control over. I will only occupy myself with the things that I can control and sort of do the things that I know I should be doing. And in the Bible it says, tie your camel and trust in God. And ultimately, there is nothing else to do but to trust in God for the future. And the tying my camel bit is the self-care bit. That's the tying my camel. All I can do is just do self-care, prioritize my self-care, and trust in God for the future. So that's health, but also there's happiness. And I know that in these next 20 years, if I undo all the hard work that I've done over these last 4 years, and my weight gain starts to spiral out of control, where's the joy in that? And listen, guys, you must understand that I'm just talking on my own behalf. I'm sharing my life with you. I'm not trying to be politically correct or to be so inclusive that I literally can't form any sentences. I am talking about my opinions about my life. These are the things that I am occupying myself with. I want to be able to enjoy clothing. That was always one of the biggest reasons for wanting to lose weight, other than the actual physical comfort and ability to move and stand and walk and exercise and all of those things. I don't want to lose that. I want to be able to go to a shop, be a reasonable size, and be able to just get what I need from the rails and know that they will probably fit me. There's this website, this YouTube channel called Styling. Here is the link. I think, well, the link will be in the description box, but this is the name of the channel. And she's so inspiring. She has got such a good eye and such a good approach to building a wardrobe that actually works. And that's definitely a skill that you have to learn. Unless, of course, you're born with that talent already, which is fantastic. And that, I know myself, that's definitely not something that I was born with. I have other skills and talents, but that's definitely not one of them. But she's given some amazing tips already. She's spoken about your body shape and footwear for the winter, which I've actually bought a couple of pairs of shoes that I'd like to show you. Maybe at the weekend I'll take you through the sort of things that she's saying and the sort of things that I've bought. I've never been able to get the basics of my wardrobe right. I've never been able to develop what's called a capsule wardrobe. And I've never been able to have pieces that are timeless and that work with any outfit that I want to put together. All I've ever wanted out of life is to have a wardrobe of clothing that I can draw upon to get dressed in the morning and feel good and look good. It is extremely difficult to achieve that for some people like myself. The reason why I've never been able to is because when I look at a basic piece of clothing, generally speaking, something like this, something in a neutral, something very plain that you can put under something or pair it with something else and it'll be just the right thing for you. You can wear this under a jacket. You can put another jumper over the top or a blazer, and I'm going to definitely get more blazers. You can put this with trousers or with a skirt. I've always looked at it and I've always had exactly the same thought. That looks very boring and dull. I don't want to look boring and dull, therefore I shouldn't buy that. And I've always avoided buying those simple basics in neutral colours. But it's only now that I understand that getting dressed is like building blocks. One builds on the other. And the cherry on the cake is that stylish, personalised thing that you may want to wear that makes you that individual and expresses your personal style. Once you've got all the basics in place, you can go out and you can buy those really fashionable jeans or those sparkly cowboy boots, you know, or you can buy that really funky jacket. But your wardrobe, let me turn that around. My wardrobe can't just be full of sparkles and gold and colour, and because currently I open up my wardrobe and it's a riot of colour in there and I have nothing to wear. And I just thought, this can't go on. What is going on here? It's been like this for so long. I know what I need to do. I don't know how to do it. And because I'm getting older, so my thinking about my wardrobe also needs to change. You know, I'm going to be 56 in March, and that's the wrong side of 55, quite frankly. And I need to clean up my act, smarten my act, and finally give myself that wardrobe that I've always dreamt of. Those classic, well-made investment pieces that just last from one year to the next. There are people out there who have bought investment pieces 20, 30 or more years ago that they are still wearing. How much money have they saved? Let's imagine somebody decided to buy, and this is an extreme example because this particular thing is quite expensive, but let's say someone decided to buy a Chanel jacket and they decided to buy it in 1979. They'd still be wearing the same Chanel jacket today, and it would still be something special. That was a talking piece, that was an item of admiration. And it would have just served them for so many decades. And how many jackets have I bought over the years that are now sitting in the charity shop because I had to donate them because either they'd fallen apart or they were the wrong colour. This lady says you must get your neutral pieces because they go with each other. Whereas if you get lots of pieces in different colours, you'll have one item in grey, another item in brown, another item in navy, and you'll think the shapes are right, but I can't put these pieces together. This is an after work quick catch up today to say, I didn't film yesterday and the day before, but these things have been on my mind. This is very much of my vlogtober journey because these are my thoughts and how my thoughts are developing. I want to continue to build on the achievements that I've made, and that takes thought and planning. I'm happy to share those plans with you. If it promotes and prompts your own thought process or adds to your own plans, that is a bonus. That is a bonus. But really, just to say, I'm really looking forward to just getting to the weekend so that we can have more of a detailed discussion about this sort of thing. So now I have to stop nattering now because I have to upload and make dinner. So I'm very pleased because tonight we're going to have a jacket potato with some fish. And I've got some broccoli, which I will cook with some garlic. I feel good. I feel hopeful again. I feel like I'm just drawing back in my scattered attention, that has kind of lost focus. And when I lose focus like that, I become anxious and I feel like I'm out of control. And that affects the way I eat. I begin to comfort eat. That doesn't help me. It's just a spiral downwards. I want my future to be full of fun and happiness and health. And this is the process that I'm following in order to try and achieve those goals. So I will speak to you again, if not tomorrow, then very, very soon, with a little bit more of an update.